You can't really afford to let them in that base with those kills going down against you. But that's going to be the story of the next game, right? We're off to Empyrean. We've got 3 flags in front of us to win the game, or of course be ahead as we hit the time limit. And most exciting for everybody who's watching right now, we've got 2 snipers to play with. Got all the goodies, rockets, overshield, you name it, we got it.
That's right. Another thing to mention, of course, is just how much time Dead Zone has with all 3 players on the other side of the stage. Of course, with the exception of Legend, he knows what these strats have been for the past 12 plus 24 months, right, for these players and how they played each of these game types. And you know that they're relying on him to say, here's what I'm expecting SSG to do. This is how we played it last year. And we'll have to see if they're going to be able to tap into that advantage, tap into those strategies and the knowledge coming in from Dead Zone.
I'm not going to lie, I just had the hairs on my arm stand up for a second there as I saw Stellar versus Lucid in the first fight we see with the sniper battle. It was, nobody really won it. It's 1-1 in body shots at the moment, but Legend is going to get the early rockets here for Space Station Gaming. Dead Zone, he knows what Stellar can do, and Trippy's learning as well.
4 dead again. Beautiful cleanups coming in, already outslaying 7-2. On the side of SSG. All 4 players spawning on cuts and flag. We'll see if they can collapse here. Not going to be easy.
This is where you wish you still had 1 rocket left, right? Yeah. Walk into the flag, easiest overkill. Clip it, ship it, put it on social media, and get yourself 1 up on those flag caps as well. Bound is going to find out where all of Optic are, though, and I love that Space Station are showing just a little bit of patience here. Not overextending into that base, but also defensively, Optic have somehow got out of this.
Yeah, let's see. Ooh, Dead Zone tries to fly out of the needles. Answered immediately. This would be something special from Stellar. That is a tall task. Like you said, credit to Optic Gaming. I think that was a really just nice back and forth respect shown from both sides, because when you have 4 players spawning in the flag on paper, for example, in ranked, that could be an easy wipe. However, SSG knew that that's not going to be easy to take down all 4 players. Optic knew they had a good chance to push out, and they do just that. We'll stay here 0-0 with no pulls just yet.
I don't know what your rank games look like, but that's not a guarantee for my ones. Battle going down inside of Sword at the moment. Bound's going to get the double, but traded out. But there is a flag moving here, and it's going to be Legend who's going to be moving it for Space Station Gaming. It's a 2v2 on the map at the moment. Formal has 1 bullet, and he has a Frenchman's brain to hit. Of course he hits it.
Of course he hits that bullet. Stops the flag dead in its tracks. 1 dead for each side. Flag will not advance past long haul just yet.
Flag returned.
Talk about the pressure hitting that shot.
Come on.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. Leave it to Formal. Unbelievable setup there, that there happens to be a sniper rifle with 1 bullet right next to him. It's like something out of a Hollywood film. 2 dead for Optic Gaming.
I could hear Breaking Benjamin in my ears just as he picked it up, but Legend now going to be moving towards the green box. 20 seconds or so until the next set of rockets come up. Off the opening break, it was SSG who managed to at least get 1 of them, and it was Legend who got a kill with it. But a standoff around the 50-yard at the moment. You can see Eco and Bound are probably thinking about trying to make a move on the source side. Legend's job right now is to hold down green and long, but Optic getting aggressive here.
Here comes Formal just trying to pre-nade it. Oh, pre-nade does hit. That's a 2-man push coming in for Optic. However, they will lose 2v2 on the map.
Rocket's going to go to Trippy, though. Eco, the last player alive, and Dead Zone just come off the respawn as well. So Trippy's smartly deciding, hey, you know what? If Eco doesn't show himself on green box to try and collect these rockets, I'm going to back up and wait for the help from my teammates. Stella should be dealt with here, and now you can see the push is coming because they not only have rockets, they have the OV2.
1 player hiding in the mangler you just saw. We'll see if that is a factor here. Trippy might know about it. We'll see how he runs this. 1 player still on the needles is going to be Bound.
Bound's going to fly, Bound's going to fall. And now you're going to see Optic continue that flag run. Stella did get the sniper rifle off the respawn, though. We saw what Formal did, and Stella! What on earth is that?
Oh my God, you kind of got the feeling when you're on Stellar's POV. He's coming out of S1, he's drop sliding, he's going to hit that shot. It's an unbelievable flag-stopping play.
You're lying.
I knew it.
There's no way anyone expected him to hit that on no shields. But hit it, he does.
Oh,
we're in for a treat here in this finals.
Let me tell you why I've been on the receiving end of too many plays like that. I've seen it happening in his nightmare fuel. An unbelievable shot from Stellar back against the wall to stop that flag dead. Now a run for SSG starting.
Lucid sneaking around the back tower though, and he's going to shut that down almost immediately. So it's going to be 2 dead and a sniper rifle back into the hands of the Optic Gaming Slayer. 8 minutes left in this game, no flag caps, but plenty to talk about.
I think everyone, goosebumps on the arms, and everyone's kind of having a little bit of deja vu of late season Stellar from last year. Remember 2023 Legend late in the year where he was hitting every shot that he absolutely had no business hitting. That shot was unbelievable to fly out S1 essentially in a 1v3 and connect with the no-scope in what feels like a violent fashion that might not even be legal in the state of Texas.
gonna say, maybe you can get away with it in Texas, maybe not some other states. Another kill here for Lucid as he tries to get aggressive on the courtyard. Stellar will be last alive for his team here and still manages to get a kill. And it's an important one as well, because that means the respawns will more than likely come in on the long haul side around the mauler. So Space Station could overextend. And I love this play from Stellar. He's thinking, if the spawns come in behind me, then I'm going to have some support. But Optic read it. Optic shut it down.
Even gets a detonate out there on Lucid. Not the first time we've seen Stellar using the repulse in a very, very tactical way, right? He's not simply using it to kind of get out of situations. He's using it to not take damage in his very, very pivotal 1v1s and then push up across the map. Eventually, he's taken down. So we'll see if Optic can come off the back of that kill, maybe get some mid-map presence.
How this game's going at the moment, I'm just going to put it out there that we just play this every game. In our grand finals. Legend has the rockets again though, and Trippy now as last alive. Stellar has the overshield, and this is a worrying moment here for Optic because Stellar's pretty handy with normal shields. We've already seen that, right? But now he's got a bit extra to play with.
Finally gets dinged there. Going to be happy that Dead Zone takes off essentially the rest of the overshield. We'll see what he can do here.
I think they just couldn't find the last player alive there. You can see Stellar's running around, checking corners, and I think it was Dead Zone actually. He was just hiding away in the mauler, and now he comes back out. Look, he gets that kill. And that's the kind of respect, again, that's been shown by Space Station. They need to find that last player. They need to be aware of where he is before they move that flag.
And what a grand final this has already been between these two. I think the winner's bracket final told us that it was going to be quite a good one, but tied 1-1 here in a stalemate CTF Empyrean as well. 6 minutes down, 6 minutes left, and we're still tied here 0-0.
Formal making a flank here. Seen Oga2 do something like this before, and he picked up a double kill. It's only one at the moment for Formal, but he's stolen the sniper away. And how pivotal could that be, Andy? Keeping out of the hands of Stellar and SSG could be the reason we see a flag cap.
And here comes the push as well. He even had the help. Lucid's going to try to get through long and overextend. No, he comes back to Needles. Keep an eye on green and long here.
Formal just trying to find angles at the moment, but Space Station not showing. Eco gets the kill onto Dead Zone. He was the furthest player forward. Bound is going to slide.
Oh my God.
And Bound is going to fall over.
2 dead though for Optic. Formal threading a needle, what he's known for there, hitting an unbelievable shot. Now going to try to hold the angle.
Eco refuses to play peekaboo with him in a moment. Jeez, Legend.
Ooh, courtyard.
I mean, that long haul at the moment, there's a lot of French blood over it.
Formal doing everything he can, paving the way, but Bound in the end is going to be the one that actually grabs that sniper. He does it again! Triple kill for Bound on the cuts. Not the first time we've seen something like that from him this series.
Well, what's it turn into? That's the question, right? We've seen Bound do this before. Gets an aggressive multi-kill on their opposition side of the map, and he opens up opportunities for Space Station to cap. Eco gets another, and all of a sudden the spawns are staggered. Legends moving that flag, and Stellar is set up to spawn kill.
Still 2 dead here. It's an immediate double courtyard push going runway. 2 players for Optic do get out. It's Trippy and Lucid, but they have to win these team battles.
Oh! Stellar's going to win it though. Trippy, he'll fall as well. It's a double kill that shuts down the final 2 players as Legend slams the flag home for Space Station. Beautiful teamwork coming in from SSG. They're up by 1.
Beautiful teamwork and beautiful timing. Take a look at how late Formal died on the pit box. That was really important. I think everyone saw as soon as Formal died on the pit box that late, he's going to get an overshield in the end, though. We'll see if he can answer back. But you had 2 courtyard spawners. They try to go runway and under bridge up the training ramp. Stellar actually with help wins both of those battles, and Legend with a very, very efficient run back. That means SSG leads here 1-0 after 8 minutes of play with less than 4 on the clock.
Legend's in a 2v1 here. He bought enough time to break the shields of one player and slow down the run, which is so important for SSG in this situation. Optic have got to regain, recompose, and re-kill if they want to move this flag. This time it's a 2 dead with a flag out, but there's a flying Bound in here. Or was that Stellar? Excuse me. Who manages to get the kills, but now he's last alive. The flag is still out here for Optic. There's still a chance.
Let's see what he can do. Right now, just trying to play these angles very selectively. He gets the help he needed as well.
Space Station are going to have that one go home. So Optic aren't able to get that touch on the flag that was away. It's still a 1 flag advantage here as we move into the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Worth noting, right after that flag cap, Optic Gaming was down 7 kills. However, now only down 2. So they're slowly getting back into this match in terms of the slay department. But the biggest concern for the green wall here is, of course, the game clock. There's just about 3 minutes left to play.
3 minutes left to play, but there's time for a sniper rifle to come up. There's time for maybe a rocket to come up, and potentially 1 more overshield. So are Optic going to try and play around that?
Bound starts to waste sniper ammo. He was getting pressured there. My gosh, just hitting everything that moves. And what looked like it was going to be a harrowing situation is actually 2 dead for both sides, which provides Bound the opportunity to move into sword.
Formal going to be there. Formal's going to body him. Bound going to challenge it. This gives you an indication of the confidence of this young man. Not that we needed to know. Well, not that we needed to ask, I should say.
Let's see Bound versus Formal on the sniper battle here, both on both same sides of the map. Formal gets the early body shot and will win the sniper battle as well. Big news for Optic Gaming, but just like that, picks up another one, a killing spree, a double for Formal. Let's see if he can continue on.
Stella going to shoulder peek. Formal not going to hit the shot. Trippy will slow it down though, but all this pressure on the Optic side of the map is good for SSG. It means they're not over that halfway mark. They're not even close to infiltrating their base and not close to tying this game up with a second flag cap. You saw it happening. And of course, Bound hits his shot.
Oh my God, a lot of style points. Oh no, Dead Zone gets it. He's gonna stay on the map, isn't he?
He stays on? What?
Oh my, Dead Zone fakes it. He's coming off the map there. Somehow the shotgun misses as well. The overshield will be neutralized, but it keeps Dead Zone alive in his enemy snipe one. 144 left on the clock. This is big.
Bound is chasing him, but Bound gets bodied. And now you're gonna see Dead Zone is a problem for Space Station. Optic trying to formulate this push. Eco down as well, and not for the first time in this series. It's ex-teammate that is causing Space Station's problem.
That was 3 dead. Stellar was your last player alive. It's a 1v1 here on the big box. Somehow gets a back smack, but there's more kills to get. They have to slay one more time before the flag run.
Eco goes into the flag. He throws a nade up onto the plat. It's a brilliant nade, but the shots are pretty good as well. It's 4 dead. It's 4 dead for SSG as Optic rally late.
Unbelievable. Stellar was your first spawner. He's already weak there on the sniper ramp, as you see. Let's see where the next spawns come in as well.
Space Station still with some members in the death screen. Stella flies behind him and manages to get that kill. But Lucid, with no shields, has got the flag back to the Optic side. Now he needs to kill. Now he needs to slay. Or maybe he just pushes them all away. It's going to be a flag on the board now for Optic. They tie it up with 50 seconds left.
Unbelievable play from Dead Zone. Let's not forget, off of that overshield play, he somehow stays on the map. He times the grab on the OV. He gets it full, and he stays alive. Even though the overshield was neutralized, he gets into the court. He gets into S1, and with help, gets the kill on Bound. Stellar was your last player alive. Green, he still stays alive for one more Slade rotation. The patience out of Optic Gaming was brilliant, and now with 30 seconds left on the game clock, safe to say next flag's wins. We're likely going to overtime here.
It's fascinating, right? So much to talk about. Lucid, of course, throwing the flag off to his teammates, but then having the repulse to force the player back through green is what causes that cap to go home without any trouble. 8 seconds left on the game clock. Nobody in position to pull it for Space Station. And we are going to go to overtime here.
Wow, what a game number 3. And we will see the game tie here in round number 1. And as you see on your screen, we are headed to overtime off of the late game capture from Optic Gaming.
He started applauding with the game. I was like, bring it on. I'm enjoying it.
We are having a great time here in Arlington. We hope you are, whether you're joining us in the room or watching online as well. We hope you're enjoying just as much as we are. Very nice fadeaway from Formal against Eco's Rockets. We'll even things out here off of the opening break. By the way, Optic is now outslaying 80-76 despite trailing by 10 kills earlier.
One thing that's interesting to talk about here is when we get to overtime, especially on a map like Imperium where there's so much available off the break. If you win the opening break, you can win the game with a flag cap. Legend is in a position to put pressure on, and I'm pretty sure it was Lucid who was last alive with that snipe for Optic.
Last player alive on the cuts. He finally gets taken down. Let's see how this plays out. They bought him a little bit of time, and Lucid makes sure that flag doesn't get ran right away. But with 2 dead for Optic, they need to be very careful here.
Legend's got the support. Stella's there with a sniper rifle on the long haul. Trippy's going to take him down, and Trippy's going to take the 1v1 with Stella as well. Formal gets the nade in. It's a battle of the long haul, and Trippy gets 2 to keep the game alive.
Bound's your last player alive. Surely, based on the map layout, there's no way he's in any position to challenge this one. This flag should go. Trippy's going to go right away. Right now, all SSG players spawning in the court.
You felt this was surely an SSG game, but now Optic Gaming are thinking counter cap. We can get this one going. It was Stella with the snipe on the long haul who couldn't hit the shots, but now it's Dead Zone who has it for Optic Gaming.
Legend is alive, and look, 2 players here. Bound and Legend have overextended all the way across the map into the Mangler. Can they stay alive?
Not just stay alive. If they get these kills, then they may be able to counter cap the counter cap. It's counter cap on counter cap on counter cap. The return comes in for SSG as Optic fail their opportunity to win the game.
Oh my God, what a set of plays back and forth, an absolute tug of war there on the long haul, and that's a tale as old as time as far as competitive Halo goes, dating all the way back to 2007. A beautiful thing to see, and off of the opening 2 minutes of chaos, we are still tied here in overtime.
Catch your breath. That was a little bit too much for overtime. Stella gonna be flying S1 at the moment, trying to survive. Trippy trying to keep the pressure on, and gonna be a little bit more difficult for him to do as a teammate will fall elsewhere on the map. There's the force push again from the Repulse. But it's going to be Optic Gaming whose their push ultimately fails here as 3 players will fall. Deadzone last alive again as the Rockets come up.
1v1 here momentarily, Deadzone versus Bound in the green hole. For the Rockets, Deadzone wins it. Let's see if he can scoop those back. Not going to be easy with the pressure coming in, so it's good damage that SSG can capitalize off of. And the chaos continues here, unsurprisingly, in green. Rockets will fall.
Everyone is exploding in the green box. And while that's happening, Legend has decided, hey, you fight for the Rockets, I'm going to go and pick up the overshield, and I might be able to flank all of the carnage, all of the problems, and pick up some kills myself. Knows that Lucid's on that training, and Lucid, again, such a small thing to talk about, but the way he buys time for his team is so impressive. Stella finally deals with him. Deadzone in the 1v1. Legend will win that. It's new teammate against ex-teammate, and he gets that flag moving once more with Optic 2 dead.
He starts to run right away. He goes plat. Very smart.
God.
Great movement coming out of Legend. He should be able to get through long haul. He does. Where are the nades? Not going to hit just yet. Has to slow down, though. Look at Formal. Look at Formal.
Formal's got a sniper. They had no idea that Formal had snuck down the long haul. And Formal has almost single-handedly stopped this. Eco going to be trying to pressure him. Formal no stranger to pressure as Lucid picks up yet another kill. And now Legend is last alive inside of the flag.
Oh no! Do not leave Formal on your side of the map.
I don't know what Legend did to Formal, by the way, but he hates him.
Unbelievable, back and forth. Deadzone will fall, Formal will fall, however, so that flag may not see any more distance off of the flag stand. 1 minute 13 left in overtime, and you get the feeling after about 17 minutes of Empyrean CTF that we're going to see even more.
I say this as genuinely as I possibly can to everyone who's here and watching. I am casting this with the biggest smile on my face. This is the most ridiculous game of Empyrean we've seen in some time.
Seriously, absolutely just, as we said, tug-of-war gameplay between these two, back and forth, just equally matched. And now, 45 seconds left on the clock. Bound continuing to rack up kills and assists on the board.
Just a second again for the map to reset. Trippy will be taken down as Eco keeps his good teammate alive here, Bound on top of the tower, but the sniper rifle ammo is now out. 30 seconds remaining. Is there time for anyone to go forward? Does anyone want to risk it at this point, Andy?
Great question. You're seeing right now with 20 seconds left on the clock, it would have to be a very, very fast movement across the map to even get the flag off the stand.
Well, there's one person who can move pretty quick, and he's on your screen right now. His name is Bound. As maybe they're going to think about just wrapping back through for these Rockets. Maybe thinking about wrapping through to make sure that no Optic Gaming member is in a position to pull that flag. And it looks like that's going to be it, everybody. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty good with it. We have a replay being tied up. Oh, what a game.
What a game. And as you said, I don't mind seeing more between these two, and we'll have to get word from the officials if this is a straight replay or if it will be the first to one based on the league rules. In the end, though, we can tell you Optic Gaming outslays 109 to 104, only by 5 kills. In the end of the game, we need to talk about some of the numbers because Formal is dropping 40 bombs. He goes 40 and 20 in that game. These teams are desperately trying to just stay together on the map as they advance, and we are back underway. Sudden death, double overtime here. Next flag will win.
I'll be honest, I needed the break. Anyway, 2 minutes, sort of say 2 Rockets, excuse me, are going to be picked up here by Trippy, and they are pretty much uncontested by the looks of things. And this is looking like a very strong start for Optic Gaming. Stella up on his island, up on the tower.
Oh my God.
Somehow or other does not care that Trippy has rockets.
How cool and calm can you stay on top of your turret when you have a rocket player, Trippy no less, flying at your top snipe ramp, and he just hits the perfect timing on the jump, the body shot, and the melee. Doesn't even trade with rockets. What a counter from Stellar.
Well, Stella's going to have to do it again, though, because Formal's picking up snipes. There was a rocket.
Oh, God. Trippy, that was Trippy again. Could you imagine?
Trippy goes into VOD review on a Thursday or a Friday, like they were talking about. It's like, I don't care what you say, I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
I cannot believe that. Stellar has Trippy's number in these. Ooh, boy, but Formal also answers back with a shot from the long haul, which means 2 dead for SSG. Look at the team makeup here. Can Deadzone make a play on the third player?
This is a really big 1v1. Legend gets one. It's a trade. What a trade from Eco. If he goes down there with Formal on the long haul, there's an opportunity for them to get that flag through the needles and maybe towards the Optic side of the map. That's the margins. That's what we're talking about. A trade is a talking point.
Especially because Bound had already made the decision to go sword. If he was doubling back to cuts, it would be a different story. However, Eco getting that trade on the flag prevents the run entirely. Stellar not done yet, but man, back and forth between these two. What will separate them here in Empyrean CTF as we've now played a little bit over 20 minutes of this game time?
I mean, it's just a shot you expect him to hit. It's not like it's an easy shot either. It's just an easy shot for Stellar. Just rips Formal apart. Trippy down as well, and this is starting to look worrying. The only good news is he's got no sniper rifle ammo left, but he might find a little bit here if he gets this trade. Dead zone. He will fall. Formal is last alive, and Formal is trying to buy time. Eco gets the touch. Legend will get the kill, and maybe this is the moment for SSG.
They're going to drop. Whoever gets their shields first will continue that run. This flag is good. Big kill there from Lucid, but there's more work to be done.
How did they get 2 kills inside of the base? From there, the flag is pretty much dead. Stellar and Bound are last alive. And Optic again with a last moment goal line stand defensively as the Rockets are back up.
What a win from Lucid on the flag ramp facing first BR. He gets the fadeaway, just drops into the flag. And as you said, there was more work done off screen we didn't get to see. But Legend and Eco were both taken down by the Optic spawners, and we will stay here scoreless.
Lucid going a little bit of flank here around the Rockets because he knew he didn't have the numbers. Gets one onto Stellar. But it is going to be Space Station who get the Rockets for now. Eco retreats to his side because he knows someone's here and manages to get the kill. Optic are 3 dead, but as you can see, Formal gets the extra rocket. And now Bound is going to be last alive, and Formal's got your snipe. And this might be the win condition, right? Even if Formal throws this off the map, if you keep it out of the hands of Stellar, then Optic can take over.
Look at the timing. It's like, oh my
God.
Somehow finally gets taken down. It was like clockwork there, just grabbing the rocket, hitting the splash damage, finishing the kill. Oh, God. And now Lucid takes down Stellar. I can't even get a single thought out without another highlight reel clip coming onto your screen. What a match.
Pick a POV. As long as they got a sniper, it's going to be entertaining. There's one thing we can guarantee. Legend and Stellar, though, get the kills to clean out their side of the base, and Lucid has to retreat. Eco, I was going to say, might be in a slightly advanced position here, but Formal's dealt with him. As now it's a full rotation on the map towards green and long haul for Lucid. Looking at those sword angles, if anyone pokes, well, you know what happens.
First player to fall is Trippy. Let's see if Lucid and Optic Gaming can hold. They answer back with a snipe. Let's get into a listen with Optic Gaming.
Watch out, there's 2. Training. Back that man, back that man. Watch out, the bridge sniping. Watch out, they're training. So get in the sword if you can. He goes.
Do the training.
Under bridge weak. Yo, sniping on the short box. I kill snipe.
Under bridge. I'm training, watching his cross.
Down, all of you. Watch out, they're training as well. Watch out, they're training.
That's two also.
Yes, dude.
Training the corner, every guy.
He's still weak, and I got the rest 2L. Jump in the court.
They're training down.
They're gonna get the There's 2 still.
Play for the side.
Two there's 2, 2 there's 2. 3 there's 2. 2 more.
They're trying to kill me.
Run away on Tommy.
Yeah, hold Obi and run mine.
We're gonna turn.
I killed Stellar on the
There's
side.
still another guy around sword.
They have a sniper and sword right now. Sniper and sword going our sword.
Weapons.
Yeah, we got to their needles.
Our sword was back to their sword. Their sword was sniper.
Be ready to flank for these weapons.
Just one fucking first.
Mauler, absolute.
Yeah, watch out there,
Oh, there's a guy in sword. There's a guy there.
Bounce, got a repulse in there. Close.
Short's not gonna weak.
So one shot inside sword. One shot inside sword.
Come on, Rockets.
What's going too long? I think here's something going on. Yeah, our second absolute. One shot, green weak. Our green weak.
3 shots. I didn't play OV. He has it.
Where's he going?
He's just sitting on OV.
S2.
They have one somewhere.
Nice. Still has OV sword side. He has OV sword side.
They're training. Which one?
I got shots to it. Shoot, melt him. Mid-bridge, one shot the sword. Okay. Stay alive. Hold the angle, Joey.
We're good. That's speaking.
Just watch your angles. Okay, sword, or retreat on me. Bad.
Space Station, 4 dead. Optic with the flag back. Formal sends the crowd wild as Optic will finally win the game. That Empyrean CTF will be remembered for quite some time.
Nearly 25 straight minutes played of Empyrean CTF, and you don't always get to see that much of a game time between 2 teams, and you very rarely get to see 2 teams that are this evenly matched. That match and the overtime and the sudden death replay are certainly indicative of that. In the end, it will be Optic Gaming off the back of huge kills from Lucid and Formal that will take the overtime win and take game number 3.
One of the craziest things about Halo Infinite is you keep thinking you've seen it all, right? You keep thinking that surely these players cannot get any better. The performance with the precision weapons in that game from so many names, Formal, Stellar, Lucid, that run he went on at the end of overtime there, just shows. This is the level we're playing at these days. 1 bullet, 1 kill for Formal. That will live long in the memory.
Unbelievable. You called it too, seeing just how many shots were left in that weapon. Formal knew just how many shots were left in that weapon as well. This in itself was an look at the angles that Formal's pulling here. He's been sniping from sword for many, many years, going on well over a decade from that position, and just answered back. There's a triple kill on your screen once again from Bound. This entire game just felt like you could make a montage, I think, from that 25 minutes of Imperial CTF, and I would absolutely love it. Throw some Breaking Benjamin on it, call it good.
Woo. Export.
This is the play from Dead Zone. Take a look at this. The 1v1 versus Stellar, he knows he has to stay alive here. They get a really confusing battle here. Stellar starts to go up pit box, as you see. Kind of just phase through each other there. Unfortunate for Stellar as Dead Zone picks up kind of the benefits of that engagement. And in the end, continues to slay. But even this flag was not enough there. A little bit of a team nade coming in on Dead Zone. Slowed things down maybe just a bit. But an unbelievable game. I think a game already that I will never forget in terms of Grand Finals Halo matches.
Yeah, it is absolutely superb. No, it's just exceptional talent, exceptional skill on display from everybody on the stage. But even though we can wax lyrical about what a great game it was, the result is that Optic Gaming win it. They are up 2-1 in the series now, Andy, and that is massive for them. Just a reminder, if you're just joining us, and a pretty good time to join us after that game, Optic need to reset the bracket here. Space Station have the advantage. They will have to win this series before they can go into a series to call themselves champs.
Just such an unbelievable game, just to once again be an example between these two, to see just how evenly matched, not just they are, of course, overall, which is quite obvious based on the series results so far that we've seen in these games. However, just each individual battle, it feels like every single time that you feel like a team is starting to pull away and they get a man advantage, a player in a key position hits the shot that they need to, and we're so lucky to see a continuation of last year where we really started to see this peak of competitive gameplay and such small differences between these teams, and you're seeing it on display here yet again in 2024.
I mean, the expectation now of the shots for these players to hit right is just, it's something that we've never seen before, in my personal opinion. You know, you're seeing Lucid there, Bounce slides through sword, and my expectation is not that it's going to take 2 bullets and a body shot, whatever it might be. It's that he's going to headshot him. And that's exactly what happened in that game. But that's going to have to go into the history books to be revisited once again at another time. An incredible, incredible match of Empyrean capture the flag.